Happy Valentine's Day! Oh! So I want to talk to you a little bit about love. It is the day for love. Regardless of it being a commercial day, it is a fabulous day because we get to spend time with people we care about. So, diving in, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what is a relationship. I'm sure we've all had our ups and downs with the relationships and things that we've settled for or things that we've given up, and I really don't think any of that is healthy. I don't think that living within fear or codependency, while those are helpful survival techniques, they are not necessarily always the best option for how to share your love. So starting from the beginning, I wanted to share to you guys a little bit about my story and my connection to love. Rewind back into the past. It's 2019 now. Back in 2014, I was doing a lot of soul searching, in and out of distasteful relationships. Not to say they were all bad, but they weren't what I needed. Regardless of me being what I needed for myself, that wasn't what I needed either. So, a lot of struggle happened, a lot of things just like in and out, not real connection. And I actually started going on Tinder, and mostly to find women because it's so hard in this day and age to like connect in person without like that awkward. So I was on Tinder to search for women, and I actually ended up coming across this page, and it was like bi friends of Detroit, and I'm like, I'm bi and I like friends, so I was like, sure, we'll swipe. And they messaged me, and it was this couple, and they were like, hey, can we Skype with you? We want to get to know you a little better. And I'm like, sure thing. So they came to tell me that they're a couple, engaged to be married, and for about almost a decade they had been practicing polyamory. Polyamory, what's that? What's she talking about? This crazy stuff, these crazy words. So poly is many. Amory is love. Many loves. So polyamory is different from what you may know as a polygamist. Polygamy is strictly one man, multiple wives, right? Not necessarily any relation to each other or any connection to each other. These women are just his wives and their sister wives or whatever. I'm not dogging it. No way dogging it. I'm just saying that is not what polyamory is. Polyamory is way different. So back in 2014, I'm like, okay, so you guys have multiple partners. What does that mean? So diving in further, they began to tell me about their story and how they found out that they had different wants and needs, and they still loved each other immensely, but they wanted to share it in a different way. They wanted to be able to give that partner something even if it meant it wasn't coming from them. That's pretty cool. I took that as a whole new like, what? Endless love? This is like where my heart has been at the whole time, but now I can actually do it and feel good about it and have conscious communication, and like boom, 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 all these things are firing off in my brain, and I'm like, I'm in. All right. So over the past 5 years, I've done research on all different societies and communities where this is actually the root of their community. And if you think about it, we, before the Industrial Revolution, we were tribes. We were surrounded by families of many, like 30 would be a small tribe, you know what I mean? We had this community of people to support us. It wasn't just like, hey, you're my one and only, you want to support me in every single way, and I'm gonna get mad if you can't. No, bro. There was a different role for each person, and it's not to say that that person's like it's not to say that you have to be physically intimate with every person that you're in a relationship with. It's that I see you, I have this that you need, and you have what I need. I love that. Let's do that. Let's be friends. And then your partners are friends with friends and friends and friends with each other. And it's not this, oh my God, she cheated on me. Oh my God. Let it go. Let it go. Be honest with yourself. What do you want? What do you desire? Are you getting it in this relationship or no? If you're not, then you need to talk about that with that person, or you need to get out of the relationship because it's not fitted for you. So, where am I at now? I am open to the possibility that I could have a very different lifestyle than the traditional westernized life. I am building a community, I am building a wellness center come the future, and I would love to share it with people. I'm not saying that I need to have 100 husbands and 100 wives, although I will have 100 wives, you watch me. I'm saying that I'm gonna have a lot of love, and I'm gonna share it in every which way and be of service. I think that's really the point I'm trying to get here. We have so much to give, and if you are saying that you have all this cooped up energy, then you should find a way to constructively use it, and use it for someone who's actually gonna just revel in your beauty, because you are so powerful and you are so lovely. You should not feel condemned because you have a more open expression of what you want to feel. So coming out and saying this is kind of strange, you know. Most of my family would project one thing or another upon me, as anybody who's ever felt closeted before. But this is almost different than being homosexual, because it's like, more than one partner, you're crazy. You're nuts, darling. I don't think that's ever gonna work. Never in this lifestyle. Not in that little white picket fence. In that house with the porch, darling. You'll never have it. You'll never have it. Well, watch me. Watch me have it, because I love you, and I love learning with you, and I love sharing with you, and I love. And at the basis of any great relationship is communication, regardless of it being monogamous or polyamorous. If you are not communicating with yourself first, know yourself, know what you want, know what you like, know what you don't like, then you know what you like. If you're not being honest about any of those things, it's like your value and your root and your foundation are nowhere. They're in this limbo, because you have not defined what is your reality. What do you want? And who do you want? What do they want? You know? I think polyamory is almost much more tricky, because you have to have those awkward conversations. You have to have those conversations that almost tense your heart up a bit, because we've been conditioned to think that if one person does not put their heart on a cross for us, it's like they don't love us and they're not committed to us. And it's very withdrawn, because you are a dynamic person. You can have many dynamic relationships. They do not have to be something so confined. And another thing I want to clarify for you, polyamory does not mean open relationship. This is not like, I have a boyfriend and he sleeps with other people and I sleep with other people and we don't talk about it and it's cool. Fine, do your thing, baby. If you wanna ride the D all day, then do it. But me personally, I need like mental stimulation, and sometimes it's in many different ways. So it's gonna be from many different people. So that's amazing. How great is it that we have the capacity to have this selfless encounter, saying like, I don't need anything from you. I just love you and I want to share that with you because you're special and I value you. Rock on. So if you have any more questions about like, how do you practice something like this? How do I go out in the open about this? Where do I find people? Let's talk. Let's make more conscious creation about this, because I think that the time is now. We are in a day and age where people are very frivolous about who they share energy with. And I don't know about you, but I've done a lot of thought about that intake of energy. What does that mean? You know, people always say, or don't have sex until marriage, and people are just like, well, I mean, it's an expectation, not a rule, right? And to some degree that's very true, but I think the reason why they put that boundary is because many people get very lost and confused, because if you are healthy, and you interact with someone who's almost healthy, you automatically go from here to whoop, right next to them, because you've mirrored them. You've chosen to be within that resonant of a vibration. So I often call it emotional cooties. You know, people think, oh, she's polyamory, that probably means she's got a lot of partners, and I'm over here like, oh, you're funny. Because there are not many people I can, not many people I can't stand, but like people I could even conversate with enough to like feel that comfortability with them to be open with them in that kind of relationship. So yeah, avoiding these emotional cooties. I don't need any more work. I've got my duty and I'm doing my duty, and if you're doing your duty and it looks like my duty and we can do duty together, let's do it, baby, because you cute. Ooh. So I'm silly and I love it, and I hope you love it, and I hope you can, even if you are like, I'll be monogamous for the rest of my life and I love it, then love your things, do your things. I just want to bring other perspectives to the table, because so often we like condemn ourselves, because it's like, oh my gosh, I have a boyfriend, but like all these guys are wonderful and like they do wonderful things for me and I want to share love with them, but I can't because that's cheating. Communication is key. If you are not talking, you better be walking, because that is the way to go, baby. Don't let anything go under the cracks. You are your best ally. So do not just sit by and watch life happen. If you feel something, say it. If you think something, say it. If you want to be something different, do it. Because you are your best ally and you are important, and I love you. So thank you guys so much for showing up today and learning a little bit more about dynamic relationships and lovely, wonderful things, because it's Valentine's Day and you should feel all the love in the world, because you're amazing and wonderful. And remember that you're growing and things take time. So much time. Bye for now. Practice this. You don't have sex until marriage. And some of you are just like, I mean, pardon me. That may be happening a lot, just saying. It's something